Dusty and head over to easymutt.com for the cheapest mutt coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around 40 bucks. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Yo, what up, brothers? What's up? It's the Director. Chargers fans, I hope you're not sick and tired of hearing me talk about Kyle Pitts. As a matter of fact, it came to a point where I was like talking about Kyle Pitts so often that I was like, I think it's probably time to give him his own video. And I think honestly I'm doing this video as an excuse to show you guys some comparison tape between him and a guy that you've likely seen on the thumbnail of this video already. It's actually going to blow your mind how much he reminds me of this guy. And of course, there's going to be a lot of other reasons revolving around why I feel Kyle Pitts needs to come to the Chargers. This is a situation where I feel like if the Chargers sitting there at 13 and we've got an option between, let's say, Christian Darrisaw and Kyle Pitts, this is like the one guy. This is like the one guy I would say take Kyle Pitts over the offensive lineman. Of course, the Chargers need help on the O-line desperately, but I don't think the Chargers are going to see a talent quite like Kyle Pitts maybe ever again. And if we have the opportunity to take him, I absolutely think we must take it, dude. I don't know. I have such a crazy feeling about Kyle Pitts. I think he's going to be probably one of the best players, instant, Pro Bowl kind of guy in the league. And I'm going to give you guys some reasons why as to why I am so high on Kyle Pitts and why I would definitely take him with the number 13 pick. Now, before we do get started, as a reminder, I am giving away a jersey to one of you guys as a gesture of thanks so much for supporting me and supporting this channel. All you got to do to enter is step 1, hit that like and sub button. And step 2, go into the description, follow the link there. Very easy instructions. And also be sure to check out my Madden Ultimate Team channel. If you go sub to that, that's worth an extra 3 entries, which honestly is pretty hot. Good luck to everybody out there. With that, let's get into this one. Before we do get started, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Let's get into this video. Lights, camera, action. Why I am so high on Kyle Pitts. Did you guys know that the last like 5 or 6 Super Bowls, all the participants, all the contestants there, all those teams featured a difference maker at the tight end position? If you don't believe me, 2021 had Gronk and Kelsey. 2020, Kelsey and Kittle. 2018, Ertz and Gronk. 2017, Gronk and Hooper. 2016, Vernon Davis and Greg Olsen.
Coincidence? I think not!
I don't know, man. It's just starting to seem very apparent to me. The tight end position is starting to become much more important than maybe it has been in the past. And we see a lot of that, particularly in the AFC West. Of course, the Chargers with Hunter Henry, very good tight end. You got the Raiders with Darren Waller and the Chiefs with Travis Kelce. As a matter of fact, with the Chiefs and the Raiders, I would say when it comes to, let's say, their first read, it usually is the tight end, which actually speaks volumes to how important and valuable the position has become in the AFC West specifically. Now, speaking of tight end, really quickly, I do need to cover about Hunter Henry, okay? There is a possibility that Hunter Henry will not be returning to the Chargers. I read in an interview the other day that he's open to the possibility of going elsewhere so long as they have a good quarterback. And to defend Hunter Henry's honor here for just a second, he wasn't docking on Justin Herbert, okay? He was just saying if he were to go elsewhere, that he would hope there would be a good quarterback. But even in the instance that the Chargers do re-sign Hunter Henry, I am still 100,000,000% targeting Kyle Pitts with the number 13 pick, even maybe thinking about a trade-up scenario. That's how rare of a talent Kyle Pitts is. Because you can't just think about him as a tight end. You really have to think of him more as like a tight end wide receiver hybrid. Matter of fact, I was on Twitter the other day and I ran across this this clip of Kyle Pitts running routes. Tell me this doesn't look like a top 3 wide receiver in this draft. His route, there's no tight end in the league that has any business with routes that crispy. And that kind of helps me get to my first point, okay? Kyle Pitts isn't just a tight end. In my opinion, Kyle Pitts is the #1 tight end in this class, as well, to me at least, a top 3 wide receiver in this class. Maybe top 4, but you're talking about him in the same area as like Devonta Smith, Jamar Chase, and Jalen Waddle. And as crazy as it is to hear these words come out of my mouth, I do think he's probably a better receiver than Jalen Waddle, who I'm also super high on. Kyle Pitts remains to me as like the only guy I'm really targeting ahead of offensive line, and it's because of how much of an impact he's going to have on this game. Now, I was going to save my player comparison for a little bit later, but I'm really eager to show you guys some footage in how similar Kyle Pitts looks to, yes, my guy, Calvin Johnson. Everybody don't panic, okay? I get it. That is a huge, bold take. But just take a look at some of the clips that I've been able to mesh together, man. It's really kind of insane how much he reminds me of Calvin Johnson. And in all honesty, it's really hard for me not to make this comp publicly to you guys because of just what my eyes are telling me. How insane is that? Okay, I don't think he's going to be Calvin Johnson 100% per se. I think he's going to be more of a combination of, let's say, you know, some of the best parts of Darren Waller with some parts of Calvin Johnson, but still, that's a super high floor and ceiling for such a special player coming through the draft. And I'm talking like immediate impact coming through the draft. Now, what Kyle Pitts does offer is an ultimate mismatch nightmare. You can literally line him up anywhere on the field, outside, in the slot, tight end, H-back, whatever. He is going to produce. And for a team like the Chargers, that can be insanely valuable. We kind of see this sort of same impact on defense already in Derwin James. I honestly do think Kyle Pitts could be the Derwin James of our offense. And when you're talking about a head coach like Brandon Staley, who I would say is more analytically minded than most head coaches in the NFL, we're talking about one of the most dangerous chess pieces in this draft, likely in the NFL, for him to utilize with the Chargers. Absolutely insane to me. The next thing is his jump ball capability. Now, you guys do see in the comparison with Calvin Johnson, this man is absolutely impossible to cover. And in one-on-one situations, in those 50-50 jump ball situations, more often than not, he's going to come up with those. As a matter of fact, I think he had 0 drops in his 2020 season. 0. It being thrown into double and triple coverage. But what also does impress me is his ability to land, his incredible balance. One thing that I do have a problem with Mike Williams is that he doesn't really protect his body when coming down to the ground. That's why he's injured so often. With Kyle Pitts, a lot of times he's going to land on his feet or find a way to land that isn't too awkward to reduce the chance of injury. But when he does land on his feet, watch out, because yak yards are coming. Yak yards aplenty. His unprecedented route running does allow him to get open really from anywhere on the field as well. And again, that mismatch, I dare any linebacker, safety, whatever, to cover him. I do think that he's going to slap around most defensive players in the AFC West, if not the entire NFL. And what's really insane to me is just how productive he can be in the deep part of the field. I remember reading an article or something stating that he had like an average depth of target of like 17 something yards. What? As a matter of fact, most of the analytics when it came to the deep ball, catches, yards, whatever, he was among the leaders, if not the leader, in 2020. And that's really what gets me so excited. You talk about a guy like Kyle Pitts paired up with Justin Herbert, who I would say is one of the best quarterbacks in the league when it comes to the deep ball accuracy under pressure. Justin Herbert with Kyle Pitts would cause some serious damage in the AFC West. And again, in the AFC West, he'd be facing guys like Honey Badger, where there's a huge and obvious size difference, Jeffrey Simmons, LaMarcus Joyner, all of which who he would absolutely slap around. And those are just the safeties. There's really no linebacker that I can think of that should even attempt to cover Kyle Pitts. Now, if you're looking for analytics, you're looking for statistics, you're looking for like numeral value facts and stuff like that, look it up. Okay, all I can do is show you guys. The point of this video is to show you guys how similar he is, to me at least, to Calvin Johnson. Yeah, that's going to be my hot take of the offseason. I really don't think there's any denying how similar these two players play. And of course, I don't think Kyle Pitts will be as fast as Calvin Johnson. I don't want to insinuate anything too dramatic here, but all I can tell you is what my eyes are telling me. The speed, the route running, the catch radius, the mismatch, the hands, the versatility, all of this speaks to one of the best draft prospects that I have ever seen. Now, is there a shot that the Chargers could actually get him at pick number 13? I'm going to say never say never. At this point, I'm sure a lot of other people, especially NFL, scouts and stuff, see what I see. So I wouldn't say it's super likely he falls to 13. But how many times did we hear, there's no way Derwin James makes it past 8? Derwin is a top 5 talent. He should be selected in the top 10 picks. And yet, Derwin James did fall to us at pick number 17. So there is absolutely hope that the Chargers could get Kyle Pitts at number 13. And this is where I'm just trying to get in the minds of Chargers fans. If he's there and Darrisaw's there and Christian Slater is there, my personal stance is take Kyle Pitts. The amount of damage that he could do with the Chargers and Justin Herbert is unprecedented. Talking instant Pro Bowl caliber player, playoff run caliber player. Honestly, bringing Kyle Pitts could transform the entire Chargers offense in a way I don't think any of us could predict. And to a point where if the Chargers decide, hey, you know what, Kyle Pitts, super unique talent, we're never going to see another player like him. Let's go ahead and trade up with the Panthers at pick number 8. Give up a third, whatever to acquire him. I'm on board. But mostly, guys, I want to know your guys' thoughts on Kyle Pitts as well in the comment section below. Please let me know what your opinion is on Kyle Pitts. Is it a pass for you guys? Where are you willing to take him? Are you willing to trade up for him? And what kind of impact do you think he could have with the Chargers? Well, guys, that's going to do it for me today. If you did enjoy what you saw here, hit us up with a like and sub on your way out. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director, and as always, bolt up and stay frosty.